coming off a 20-point win over Georgia Southern their last time out. All time between these two teams, the Bucks and Pioneers, they have met 61 times. This is a series that dates back to 1922. ETSU holds a 42-19 lead in the series. They've won 15 in a row. The last time these two teams met was in 2015, and that's when ETSU picked up a 90-52 win. After this game, ETSU will open up SoCon play on Sunday when they play at Mercer. The ETSU women, they will be back in action tomorrow with their 6-8 record. They will take on North Greenville. With a sports flash on 1420 NBC Sports Radio Tri-Cities, I'm Matt Pauley.
Marky, Billson here on Tri-City Sports Now. Getting a lot of good feedback on the 18 undeniable truths of sports that I wrote. You can read it on Medium. Join us on the 1420 NBC Sports Radio Tri-Cities Facebook page. We've got it there. And you can see what some of the things. Getting a lot of response from that. Very happy to receive it. Yeah, it's sort of in the mode of, say, Bob Nealon's 7 maxims of football, most of which are cliches, but no, just stuff that I say a lot on this show. You can always find another tackle. Oh, they'll be yelling at the visitors, this sort of thing. So people who don't like the DH have been coming in and discussing this and all. Anyway, I did want to talk about kind of a disappointing story. Cade Mays, he was the 14th rated prospect in the country, originally signed with Tennessee when Butch Jones was going to be the coach, wound up signing instead with Georgia. When this happened, despite the fact that Cade Mays' father had blocked for Peyton Manning at Tennessee, the Knox Catholic, they're the Fighting Irish, how do I say, the Knox Catholic Fighting Irish lineman, started receiving a lot of backlash on Twitter, people, cussing him out. He has replied in kind. He also said some things about not just the Vols, but Auburn and LSU. His own version of Dixieland Delight, supposedly. It's on Snapchat. I don't think I can play it without us getting fined by the FCC on here. Anyway, I got to tell you something. This is absolutely why I have such a distaste for high school football recruiting, why I just think it's so overblown. Vols signed a JUCO lineman. I've got something to say to that. It's a pretty good one, too. But we're talking about 18-year-olds. Go back. I've looked at this. Most of the recruiting list, you go back 5 years, and it's like, who's he? Well, he didn't wind up here. Derek Dooley never had a recruiting class ranked lower than number 17. How'd that work out for him? This is recruiting, and I know it's college football's draft. I get that. But this is alignment, for crying out loud. Show some class on both sides. I do think the Vols fans' behavior begat Mays replying in kind and also to some other schools, but still, this is recruiting. This is why I find it totally distasteful.
They're drawn.